Well, look at this. The Wall Street Journal just said homeowners who gambled on lower rates are paying the price. What do you know? The lowest rate is not the best way to go. All these homeowners who bought in 22, 23, and 24 probably were fed some BS like marry the house and date the rate. Remember that line? Everyone's been hoping and praying that you could refinance now and take advantage of a lower rate. But look, interest rates have been stubborn. They are starting to get a little better, but nowhere near enough where it makes sense to refinance your home. Here's what makes it even worse, and no one's even talking about this yet. What about all the influx of inventory that's hitting the market, which is now softening home values? If you didn't put a large amount of money down on your purchase and your market starts to have values decrease, your LTV could be too high for you to even refinance your home if and when interest rates do come down. But here would have been the solution. If these folks would have understood and looked at a first lien HELOC, you wouldn't even have to worry about refinancing your home today. With a first lien HELOC, interest gets calculated on a daily basis. As you pay down your loan balance, you also reduce the amount of interest you're paying on your mortgage. You're never locked into an interest rate worrying about when can I refinance and having to take on all of those transactional costs that it takes to refinance your home. The beauty about the first lien HELOC is that as a homeowner, you can pull the levers as far as how fast you want to pay off the home or how slow you want to pay it off. And the best part about it is that with the variable interest rate, and I know so many of you are going to hate the fact that it's a variable rate, you are paying less interest on the mortgage. Let me just show you an example of what I did with a client today. Even though the interest rate on the HELOC that I'm using to model out this scenario is at 8.3%, in this individual's case, he would pay off this $440,000 mortgage in 57 months. He's only paying $91,000 in interest. And when we look at the effective APR of 1.3%, you are not going to find a lower interest rate than that. So this client doesn't even care about a refinance, and he doesn't care about interest rates because once he utilizes the first lien HELOC strategy, he will be mortgage free in less than 5 years. And this guy's an investor. He'll have access to $400,000 on his line of credit, which we're going to use to go buy more income producing assets. These are the types of moves that my clients are making. They're winning in this market. They're not sitting on the sidelines crying and hoping and wishing for interest rates to come down. We're past that. These guys are making money. And if you want to learn how to do this and get out of your scenario, so that way you're not going to play the same game that everybody else is, I can teach you how to beat the bank by using this first lien HELOC. So don't be like everybody else that's gambling on interest rates. Let's use a better strategy and get out of debt and start building some wealth.